Holy shit. No, like seriously. We're all gonna fucking die there. And it's not because my wife's driving.
Fuck you, you man whore.
Well, we're down here in a little corner of science, I think. Yeah, okay. There I am. And I'm not Sam. Some shit. So, for a number of years now, oh, the camera's got me thrown off. Hold up, I gotta flip that. Okay, now it is mirrored to me, and now I can see what the fuck I'm looking at. For a number of years now, I've reluctantly tried to emphasize how this is some world-ending shit that's going on right now. Now, the lightest way to interpret what has just happened, the lightest way, the least consequential way, is that Putin is threatening nuclear warfare as part of the racketeering scheme to keep Trump in office. That's the best case scenario. Ow. Oh, very good. 1 minute. Murphy, she's driving and she's having a blast doing it. Alright, now we're all professional looking with our thrift store green screen blanket.
Where did this came from?
I don't know, but it's so old it's where it belongs. You know? I think we might have actually gotten this new a long time ago. I think this came with the Christmas tree box, actually.
Did it? You sure it didn't come with my divorce box?
Something like that. Yeah, probably. I have no idea, so that's a likely source. But anyway. So, best case scenario, Vladimir Putin is threatening nuclear warfare against the United States as part and parcel of his ongoing racketeering cooperation with Donald Trump to keep the American public and Congress and our national security establishment afraid of removing him, the Russia collaborator, from office. That is our best case fucking scenario. Just picture that right now. Oh, no, better yet, argue that in your head. Come up with a different interpretation of Vladimir Putin's nuclear fuck threat against the United States that he made today, which he had a big video presentation in an auditorium in which basically he said we have new undetectable, invincible fucking nuclear weapons and we can just blow the shit out of the United States. And they had a big, like, movie, little 3D effects, not very high quality, but you know, they don't want people to know exactly how high quality of shit they can do, obviously. But they showed a graphic demonstration of how they could just blow the fuck out of the United States. And the whole little audience was sitting there applauding and shit. Oh, look, America, death to America, basically. So play it out in your brain. A better case scenario than racketeering. It's intimidation. It looked like it looks like Trump is going down in flames right now. So Putin's done that to remind the American people subtly, the Congress to a less subtle degree, but especially the national security establishment, the FBI, the NSA, the CIA, that, hey, I put him there. That's what Putin's saying by this. I put him there, motherfuckers. If you remove him, you're fucking with me. Vladimir Putin has just said that. Okay? Or he's in a genuine nuclear pissing match with us. And that's not any fucking better. That's actually worse. If he's in a genuine nuclear pissing match with Donald Trump, that means he wouldn't bother to release such a movie like this if it was a bluff in any fucking way. He wouldn't bother releasing such a movie like this unless they had an imminent capability to act on such a plan. See, people who know violence know that you don't point a gun at somebody unless you're going to shoot them. There has never been any sort of demonstration which a country said, look at how thoroughly we can blow the fuck up out of these motherfuckers. That has never, ever, ever happened. Okay? We do simulated exercises against imaginary countries in name only, out of respect. Out of, to perpetuate peace. What I'm telling you is that you don't do what Vladimir Putin did today unless you're planning to attack. Or racketeering. And that's got me just shaking and all out of fucking sorts today. I told y'all I had a vision. And I really didn't think it was anything from a movie overlapping or permutating the way, the human brain works. Okay, I've become very good at analyzing that in myself over the years. What, baby?
Did you say analyzing?
Analyzing? Analyzing?
I'm sorry. It's the little shit that my brain picks up on.
Speaking of analyzing, it's the little shit. It's the little shit that you analyze.
Hopefully.
But anyways, I've had... I want to say the sinking sensation. No, I don't want to say the sinking sensation. I want to say just a little bit of a feeling, but no, I've had the fucking sinking sensation. That where I live right now is where I'm going to see a mushroom cloud that I dreamed of years ago. I've got a history of being right about things like that. It was in 2006 that no, not 2006, 2004, when I was still living with my dad in Houston, when he reintroduced himself and said he was gonna, like, pay for me to go to college. I was a frozen foods manager at a grocery store and had a fucking house and a car and everything, But he came back into my life, and I was living out there with him, with my oldest sister, too, who had just had a son, and I was helping take care of the son. And I had a dream that woke me up, and just a pool of sweat. 59.6. Good job, baby.
Sorry.
It'd be easier in through there and try to hit that brown stuff. Yeah, try to hit that brown stuff if you're analyzing. So, we were, staying in this little house in the country in Texas, and I was helping take care of my nephew, and I had just a shockingly disturbing vision, and it was about the time of the Boston Marathon. The Boston Marathon was the next marathon to happen. But this was in 2004. And I had my dad and I had my sister sitting there frantically searching for all the different marathons in major cities. And I'm sitting there looking at New York and I don't even know if we came up with Boston at the time, actually. But I remember it being like a building, and it looked like it was collapsing because the fucking plume of smoke that came out of it. Because, I mean, it wasn't that long after 9/11, so that was like what was imprinted in my head, But all I knew about it was that there was a fucking marathon going on outside. And then when did the Boston Marathon probably happen? It was 2008. And I remember, like, after the couple of marathons happened that year, it was the Boston and the New York Marathon that they show on television. They're like, okay, I guess I was wrong. And then the next year I was like, I guess I was wrong. And then I just kind of forgot about it. But, I had also told my dad that summer that my sister would be dead in 2 years. She died in 2006. But I forgot about I didn't know how to, place it. I didn't know where it was going to be from the vision. It seemed like some kind of East Coast city. That's all I fucking knew. And I knew about the New York Marathon more than I knew about the Boston Marathon. If you want to. You tired? A little bit. Okay.
I got you down to less than an hour.
Cool.
And look at that, I got 59.687. 59.
I know. That's awesome.
59.687.
You know that weight that Vladimir Putin looked like he was showing, what was it, the day after 9/11, over there in the Kremlin Situation Room. He was kind of laying it on the table just a little bit like that. That weight. Kind of feeling that right now, thinking about this. I don't want to think about it too long, you know, like, 'cause I don't want it to be true. But the impression that I got was, how can it be so huge and me still be standing here? Like, just the size of the explosion. And I'm like, all I could think was that, you know, from this distance, the amount of forestry around here dissipated the ground level shockwave. But I can't imagine the distance or the scope, the scale. Like, I can't wrap my head around it, and I don't want to. But let me just say this to people who know me. If we've lost on a worldwide level as far as just perception of power goes, Putin makes the rules now. And nukes, well, they're very real on a ball. And I don't feel on a day-to-day basis like I have the strength left to fight anymore. I keep at it, but the feeling of the lack of strength makes this all the more terrifying. Because when I try to ask myself, can I stop it? Can I do again what I did in 2011? I don't think I can. There's rules and reasons, both blocking me. The rule is, this is not the action of an antediluvian Leviathan. So what business do I have interfering? But in that cause, there is also the reason humanity has brought this on themselves and continues to refuse to repent. my hands are tied in more ways than one. And again, more reason for me to be terrified. This is all not quite what I had in mind. Now the thing is, you know how if I am who a few people, and including myself, think I am, faith in me is kind of a determining factor for the fate of mankind and whatnot. If it's racketeering, that's, falls under faith in me. Yeah. If the few people who matter that watch this channel make sure that everyone who needs to be held accountable is held accountable for their racket against the American people, and the truth about how the Soviet Union corrupted Christianity and used other religions as well. That all needs to come out. And you will have called his bluff. Only if it's racketeering do you even have the option of calling his bluff. But the thing is, there is a swamp that needs to be drained. Problem is, it was nothing but swamp creatures who came up with that fucking slogan. The old elite is real, but it's not American. It's not the entirety of who's trying to and bring about globalism. Globalism is an effort towards peace, to keep shit like what's happening now from happening. What old man Bush said that I used to harp on too about the New World Order was about this kind of shit not happening. That's what the global society was supposed to do. Now, because of Obama and because of right-wing media, globalism became the fucking devil. But there have been enough New World Orders established that fulfill the prophecy you people were looking for, to where Star Trek inspired New World Order wouldn't have been that fucking bad of a thing, would it? Compared to what we got now? I mean, this is now what's happening now that the anti-New World Order people are winning. Trump land. Now, I personally wish that people would have a more culturally respectful interpretation of globalism, one that is a lot less based on white guilt, for instance. But you know, I'll take NAFTA and fucking TPP and all that shit over what we got going on now. It's okay, folks. I'm a pizza delivery driver. I always wanted to like say that when somebody like was dying of a heart attack or something. Everyone calm down. I'm a pizza delivery driver. It's gonna be fine. Suffice to say, when you live in your car, you have way too much free time to think about shit that entertains you. Or just to entertain yourself. So, any other breaking news? McMaster, supposedly, and this is the second time I've heard a supposedly report, but, you know, it might fucking happen. Supposedly, National Security Advisor McMaster is going to be stepping down in April. And there's word of a former Condoleezza Rice, NSA, AA, who's going to be the new National Security Advisor. So I guess that's good.
Well, U.S. officials have officially dismissed Putin's boast of resurgent Russian military might as being cheesy.
Yeah, it was pretty cheesy. But they know goddamn good and well he fucking means business, don't they? He's kicking our asses in Europe, he's kicking our asses in fucking Middle East.
Well, the Pentagon doesn't seem to be too worried about it.
They're not supposed to be, you know, like that's their job. Keep the American people calm and spending their money so we can keep fucking paying for our defense. We need a president. We need a president. Like, I was going to say a president who takes our national security actually seriously and stuff like that. But no, we just need, like, a president. Because that's what a president does, isn't it?
Sure, I'm just trying to see if there's anything newsworthy.
Dingo, what's the matter, baby? So you just bite the hell out of you? Poor baby. Okay, I gotta fucking pause to do that. Oh, look, I'm over here. Hi. Where's the thing? That thing. There we go. Fucking good enough, I guess. Ah! Come back here, you piece of shit. Alright. So this might very well could be the final pit stop. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to medium tires. And, free fuel! I don't know. Car appears to be a little bit banged up here. Give me 1 second, please. I'll be right back. Alright.
Why is it always all right? Why is it never all left?
Because, like, then the Nazis lose or something. Wait, no. See, they went about things the wrong way. Yeah. That's what they said. Back when I was a little skinhead inductee. I heard little conspiracy theories on YouTube that, oh, if the Nazis only drew their swastikas the other way, they would have won.
I'm sure there's some kind of theory like that going on already.
It was, no, like, seriously, it was actually, like, some kind of weird little argument against socialism. Like, they should have gone left, they should have gone right. Like, I don't understand. I seen on YouTube, it's like, they went against the flow of the universe. Like, I don't.
Were their talkers not aligned properly?
How about they were a bunch of assholes? And, like, should never have been allowed to take over a country. So, you know, technically this track is mostly right. It's not all right. Like if it was NASCAR, it'd be all left. And then we could all fuck our cousins and drink beer. Or what? Sorry. I'm just not in the self-censorship mood tonight.
Nope. I probably don't like chicken fingers.
Nazis and rednecks and Tyson employees, oh my. Anyway.
Do you know what the ironic part about that nuke video showing Russia nuking Florida?
Mm.
There's a shit ton of nuclear bunkers in Florida.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that ironic? I didn't know that before today.
There's also a shit ton of Russians.
Right.
And what I was saying, was it just yesterday or this morning? Was it this morning? They don't give a fuck about their agents here. Okay? Like, this is some real shit, and when it goes down, the people who were unwanted, who they sent here, are going to have to stop deluding themselves to think that there's some kind of spearhead of a noble cause. No, they sent you here because you were less desirable. That's what made you capable of blending into America. They don't fucking want you back when this is all over. And when it all comes down to it, they never do. Because the agents they send could tell history when it all, you know, when it's all said and done, when everything's done fucking burning to the ground, you have to make sure all the agents you sent are dead, because otherwise you'll never be able to use the same strategy again, and let the record show they've been using the same strategy over and fucking over it again. And you needed my reincarnated ass to tell you. That means all this has happened before, and it's happening again. And for anyone who's helping this shit along to think that they're gonna fucking survive it, they need to repent right now. Turn back for your own survival. Just sing it. 17.5 minutes left. Driving home with a full tank of gas. Oh, if only my dashboard didn't move, I could have fucking saved that.
Got a bit squirrely there, huh?
A little bit. I was just fucking around. Driving like way on the edge of the track. Oh, 9 more minutes. 8.5. Smoke screen. Oh, look, second place is behind me. But I don't think he's come to congratulate me. He'd be a smart ass. We're not going to be allowing that, are we?
Your 5-minute mark.
Oh, wait. 2 minutes. Two minutes left. Isn't that something? This cheeky bastard. All up in my reviews. Cheeky.
All up in the Kool-Aid, don't even.
Because your car has twice as much horsepower as mine. Doesn't mean you can go around that this time, Australia. Well, that was tedious. Such a tiny little track. It's just so easy to get bored of. Like you start feeling dizzy after a while.
That's really nice.
$569,000. And we're at level 35. So I wonder. Oh look. We can now enter the 24 hours of Le Mans.
What fun is that?
Alright. Oh. That's gonna be a doozy. Let's see how much I've won a rough. Let's see, right quick, what kind of shape the car's in here.
Oh Lord.
So we're down to 310 horsepower.
Probably desperately needs an oil change.
Yeah. I just want to go over what I did with 30-kilogram weight ballast added to the rear for the roll cage. All motor mods. No turbo. Let's see how bad the oil is.
It's terrible.
The oil has gone black.
No.
So, 327 horsepower. Road race reliable. I would say around 284 for the K24 motor. Use like a 175 for an H22. Like 275. Did I say 175? 284 for a K24. Not no 310. Like you can make that power out of that motor, sure, but you ain't gonna road race it. I'm just going what I know from real-time racing members. I figure they always had in-class straight line speed, and they've been doing it so long. Like, if you could get any more power out of one of those motors and have it reliable, they would have been running it, you know.
Right.
But you know, 327 horsepower is nice for an overqualified field. All those cars had 500 horsepower. So this car needed every little bit it could to keep up. And I mean, theoretically, I suppose you could build that, but you'd have to consult a team like Real Time Racing and ask them what they would do with no budget limit, basically. Maybe. Anyways, that's all for this broadcast. Whoever's watching this, please pray that what's going on with Mueller, this investigation, everything, leads to a greater awakening. Because that's the only thing that can really stop this. Thanks for watching, y'all. Have a good night. Have a good day. Whatever. Wherever you are. Have a good one. Peace.
Back to breathe out of another thing.
If in my heart